Hi, and welcome to a restorative yoga class. So we'll go ahead and start in seated. Whatever form of seated sounds good to you. We'll relax the arms. We'll close the eyes. We'll start to turn our gaze inward, letting go of all the stress and the drama, everything on our to-do list, just quieting all those voices and all those details down. They can wait. For the next hour or so, all you have to do is just be here, and that's enough. We'll start bringing the breath deeper into the belly. Making our inhales and our exhales a little longer each time. And then with our next inhale, we'll bring the shoulders up and then release them completely on the exhale, just letting them drop. We'll inhale and bring the left ear to the left shoulder. And then chin to chest as we exhale. We'll inhale with the right ear to the right shoulder. And then exhale, chin to chest. And then we'll interlace the fingers and inhale, bringing our hands up over our head. And then we'll exhale, bringing the arms down. Take one more deep breath in. Blow it out. And we'll take a moment just to promise to honor our bodies today. And so if we need to stop or adjust a pose, we will. If we need to go back to a pose that was more comfortable, we will. This is about relaxing and restoring our bodies, not pushing them past their limits. Whenever you're ready, you can open up your eyes. And we are going to start with our first pose, which is legs up the wall. So depending on what you have at home, it may be a wall, it may be a door, it may be a couch, whatever is close. And one of the easiest ways to get up there, move that out of the way for a moment, is we'll scooch up to the wall with our hip against the wall. And then from there, you can rotate your body and get your legs up. And if you need to, you can grab your pillow or your blanket, put it under your head. If this is really hard on your lower back, you can grab a pillow or a block or a bolster. Put it under your hips or your sacrum. And we'll make ourselves comfortable here, and we'll just allow our body to melt into the floor, letting the wall take the weight of our feet. You can keep your eyes open, you can close them, and we'll just draw our attention to our breath. If you like, you can start a balancing breath at this point. So you'd inhale for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Each exhale, just allow your body to melt a little bit deeper into the mat. We'll take a deep breath in, blow it out. And then we're going to move the soles of our feet together and bring our knees down with our heels pointed towards our hips. And you can decide how much of a bend in your knees that you want. For some of you, it might be comfortable to have a little bit less of a bend. For some of you, you might really like that deeper bend. Just experiment with it. Find the place where your body likes. And we'll hang out here in bound angle for a little while. If you want to open up your hips a little bit more, you can concentrate on pushing your knees towards the wall, and you'll start feeling things open a little bit more. Then I'll take one more deep breath in, blow it out. We'll place both of our feet back on the wall, or couch or door, whatever you have. And then we are going to bring the right ankle up in front of the left knee. And you can decide how much of a bend you want in your knees, what feels comfortable for your body. If it helps, you can do a little counter pressure with your hand and push that right knee out. Or you can let it go. It's whatever feels good to you. And we'll just breathe deeply into this pose. Then we'll take a deep breath in, blow it out. And we'll slowly switch our legs, taking your time. Then we'll take a deep breath in, blow it out. Then we'll bring our legs back up straight. And we're going to do a twist from the hips. So you're going to let your legs go down to the right side. If you want to bend your knees, that's more comfortable, you can do that. If you have a bolster or a pillow underneath your hips, I suggest taking it out. And then once you have your legs situated, we'll bring our shoulders back onto the mat. You can have your arms out if you want. You can have them down, just whatever's comfortable. As long as both shoulders are on the mat. You want to deepen this stretch, you can have your hips and push them a little bit more towards the right, towards the direction your knees are facing. We'll bring our attention back to the breath. Take one more deep breath in, and blow it out. And then we'll come back onto our back. And taking our time, moving slowly, we'll switch sides. So our knees will be off to the left. And then when our knees are situated, we'll bring both shoulders back onto the mat. A nice twist. We'll take one more deep breath in. We'll blow it out. And then we're going to roll over onto hands and knees. And around the top third of the mat, we're either going to take a bolster or some pillows or a rolled up blanket, whatever you have around. And we are going to do banana asana. So we're going to rest our hip against the bolster, and we're going to lean our side body over the bolster or whatever we have stacked up underneath us. You can have your legs bent, you can have your legs straight, whatever's comfortable. And then you're going to reach out with your arm. You can use it as a pillow for your head, or if you need to, you can grab another blanket or another pillow. And we're just going to relax the top arm. And we're just going to let our body slowly stretch over this bend. As your body starts to adjust to this, if you want, you can take your top arm and stretch it over your head, touching your other hand, really kind of looking like a banana. And we'll take one more deep breath in, blow it out, and then we'll slowly push ourselves back up to our hip, And we're gonna stay on this side, but we're gonna move whatever we have underneath us. So whether that's your bolster, your blanket, or your pillow, you're going to move it so that you have more of a long edge facing your body. And then still keeping our hip where it is, we are going to twist the upper body so that we are facing down. So there's going to be a twist in your lower back. Now for some of you, you'll be fine just going like face down and face planting into the pillow or the bolster, whatever you have. For other people, it'll be more comfortable to have your head turned to one side. Either way is fine. You do have your head turned to one side. It's time to switch sides, even out the neck. And we'll take a deep breath here. Blow it out. And then we're going to move our knees underneath us. And we're going to push up into tabletop. And we're going to prepare for a child's pose. So if your knees are hurting you or they're kind of sensitive right now, you can fold up a blanket and put that underneath your knees. And then you're going to drape yourself over whatever else you have, whether it's pillows, blankets, bolsters, what have you. And you can choose whether you want to do a wide leg child's pose or a short leg. You can go face down or you can turn your head to the side. We're just going to settle into this very grounding pose. If you have your head turned to one side, it's time to switch sides. Then we'll take a deep breath in, blow it out, and then we're going to switch to the other side for Banana Asana. You're welcome just to switch your hips. I'm going to switch directions so my back is into the camera. We'll start out with just this side draped over the bolster, letting our body get used to it, feeling the stretch in the side body. Then whenever you're ready, if you choose, you can bring your other arm up and over your head. Elongating that stretch. If your mind is wandering, bring it back to the breath. You can try that balancing breath again. Counting to 5 for the inhale and for the exhale. We'll take one more deep breath in. Blow it out. Then we'll raise back up to our hip. And we will move our bolster, blankets, pillows, what have you. And we're going to do that same twist where we stay on our hip, but our torso twists so that we are face down over the bolster. And you can go face down, just face plant, or you can turn your head to one side or the other. It's totally up to you. You have your head turned to one side. This is your cue to switch sides. And we'll take one more deep breath in. Blow it out. Then we're going to slowly push ourselves up to where our bottoms are against our bolster or pillows or blankets. And then we're going to lay our back on top of them. And we're going to bring the arms out to a T. So getting a good heart opener, chest opener here. As your body settles into this pose, it may feel great keeping your arms where they are, or you might want to bring them up or bring them down a little, whatever feels good. You'll get a slightly different stretch each direction. Now take a deep breath in, blow it out, bring our arms back in, and bring our knees up and slowly transition back up to seated. And our final pose before Shavasana is going to be fish pose. And depending on what you have available will depend on how we do this. So if you have a bolster, it'll be a little bit high, but you definitely can do that. You can bring it to the short width of your mat, or you can take a blanket and fold it so that it's in sort of like a long rectangular shape. Or if you have a block, that works really well too. And what we're going to do is position this right underneath our shoulder blades, so that the head falls back. If this is really uncomfortable for your neck, you can put something a little bit underneath your head just to cushion your head and bring your neck up just a little bit more. You can have your arms to your sides, you can put them on your stomach, you can stretch them out if you like. You can have the legs long, or you can bring the knees up if it helps with your lower back. And we'll take one more deep breath in. Blow it out. And slowly come up. And we will find our version of a comfortable Shavasana. So if that is flat on your back, that is fine. If that is having something underneath your head and underneath your knees, that's great. If you want to grab a blanket and cover up with it, that's cool. Whatever speaks to you and your body right now, that's what you do. Just let our bodies settle into the floor. We'll draw our attention to our feet. We'll feel the connection between our feet and the floor. Then we'll move up to the calves. Feel the connection between the calves and the floor. And we'll move up to the thighs. Feel the connection between the thighs and the floor. And the hips and the glutes. Feel the connection between your hips and the glutes and the floor. And we'll move to the low back. Feel the connection between the lower back and the floor. And we'll move to the mid-back. Feel the connection between the mid-back and the floor. And we'll move to the shoulder blades and the upper back. Feel the connection between the shoulder blades and the upper back and the floor. And we'll move to the upper arms. Feel the connection between the upper arms and the floor. Move to the elbows and the forearms. Feel the connection between the elbows and the forearms and the floor. Then we'll move to the hands and the fingers. Feel the connection between the hands and the fingers and the floor. Then we'll move up to the neck and the head. Feel the connection between the neck and the head and the floor. Then we'll notice the whole body. Feel the connection between the whole body and the floor. Now we're going to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. As you're ready, you can bring some small movement back into the body. Maybe wiggling the fingers and the toes. Maybe moving the head from side to side if that feels good. Then on your next inhale, we'll switch over to our left side. We'll pause for a moment on our left side. In this pose that signifies rebirth and renewal, re-entering into the world with new choices and new decisions. And when you're ready, you can use your strong arms to push yourself up to seated. Whatever form of seated feels good to you right now. When you're ready, you'll bring your hands to heart center. Thank you for joining me for this restorative practice. I hope that it really helped you find a sense of peace and grounding, rest, and relaxation. And I pray that in the coming days you'll find opportunities to treat yourself and others with love, kindness, and respect. Namaste.